Welcome everyone to the 17th episode of the Gaming Sanctum podcast. I'm joined with my co-host. Yeah, dude, 17. It's been a lot already. Yeah, it's been a lot. I'm joined by my co-host Junior and Chill. It's been a couple weeks since we did our last podcast, but it's been crazy over here. He went to Disney. I went to PAX. Some work stuff changed. It was crazy. But what's up, everybody? We have a lot of news to cover today, like a lot. PlayStation, huge PlayStation news, huge Steam Deck news, huge Nintendo news, a lot of
huge Bethesda news.
Yep, this is true. Oh God. Whew, let's start by
This company's that I hope they never watch our podcast because we're never gonna work.
You know what? I don't think I ever want to work with Bethesda. I'm gonna be real with you. God. Jesus Christ. Let's start with Nintendo because they got some crazy sale numbers that I want to go over real quickly. Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Pearl, 14.6 million sales already on a remake. So, you know, those people that say, oh, Pokemon don't make no money, they can't do a good game. Yeah, shut the fuck up. It hasn't even been a year, and they sold almost 20 million copies already on a remake.
Like, the crazy thing is, like, some big titles are like, man, we did good this year, and we sold 10 million. I'm like, that is good. I'm not trying to show you. It's just to remind everybody, Pokemon does fucking numbers.
There's companies over here like Tales of Rise that are happy they sold 2 million copies, and these motherfuckers over here selling 20 million. So, and I guarantee you Tales of Rise costs way fucking more to make than fucking Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Pearl.
They had a full professional voice cast, like, for multiple languages.
Yep. And the entire game, even the NPCs were voice acted.
And it freaking, they had Ufotable do their shit.
Yep.
You know how expensive
yeah, dude. Ufotable's mad expensive.
And it got 2 million. I mean, no, not knocking anybody, but I'm like, that's hard. You know what I'm saying?
It
like,
is really hard to.
We're like, shit, we didn't make that much money.
Like combat, they have an anime coming out for that shit. They got fucking the art in that game's crazy. They had like expensive ass artists work on that shit from Ufotable. It's like almost like paint drawings. So I can't believe that they are happy. Like, oh my god, 2 million. I wish they would sell more. But because they probably deserve 10 million. But you know, one day it's starting to get more popular because the Tales games used to not even sell 1 million copies before. So in the West,
this is true.
Pokemon Legends Arceus sold 12.6 million, so sold less than Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Pearl. Mario Party Superstars 7 million, just about 7 million, 6.8 million. Legend of Zelda's Skyward Sword. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm surprised this even sold 4 million because, bro, I hated that game on the Wii. Did you ever try it though? Bro, it was so bad. You just fucking sitting there, fucking swinging the goddamn Wii. I almost broke my TV playing that fucking game on the Wii.
It's funny because the first time I like skipped the game and I was like, I don't like the whole swinging shit. And then like they were like, oh, it's coming back, and they got refined swinging mechanics. I was like, oh, that's why I skipped it. Now I was trying to remember. I'm like, why did I skip Skyward Sword? It looks good, like visually, Oh, that's why. I don't feel like playing that shit.
Yeah,
man.
no, dude. I was literally out of breath. I would have played it for 5 fucking minutes. And the controls were ass. You would swing a certain way and it wouldn't swing, and you're like, at that point, you're like rage swinging in a boss fight. Yeah, it was pretty bad. Let's see here. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe sold another 10 million this year, which equals another 40. That's 45 million in total. And then Animal Crossing, I can't believe that game is still doing crazy numbers. 6 million copies this year, sold 38 million in total.
See, but like Animal Crossing makes more sense
than Mario Kart.
Are we still buying Mario Kart?
Yeah, dude, I don't know, dude. You know what it is? The DLC that just came out.
I know, but like, what's up with the other 32 million?
I also think it's like the Switch bundles that just come with Mario Kart in the bundle. That I don't know if they count that, but they must. Yeah. And then we got the Switch hardware sales now sits at 107.65 million units worldwide. That's almost as many as PlayStation 4 units. PlayStation 4, I think, is at like 170 or 117. I know there's a 7 there somewhere. I put it in here. We'll go over it later. Kirby sold 2.1 million units in 2 weeks. That's crazy.
That makes sense. You played that game. It's amazing.
And then Bayonetta 3 apparently is still scheduled for this year, 2022. So That's another game company that has reassured its fans, like, hey, it's definitely coming out this year. God of War devs did that, and so did Bayonetta 3. More kids got of age. That could also be the case as well. Silver is saying they probably sold more Mario Kart games because more kids are of age to play the game. That could also be a thing too.
That might be it. I think it's that maybe some people bought the Mario Kart IRL kart things, and they're like, man, you know, I kind of want to play regular Mario Kart. Like, you know, that might happen too.
Yeah.
But you know, it's just I started playing Mario Kart. I was like 6 years old, like on the Super Nintendo, and I was like, I played it a lot, like a lot, a lot. But like,
that's probably why I don't like want to play it anymore. Like, because I played it so much when I was a kid.
Well, I played that. I played all the way up to the 64, and then I think I bought like Mario Kart 4 or something, like somewhere in the middle, somewhere there, and then I didn't buy another one until 8.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah,
I
think the last one I played was on the 64, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And then Nintendo president Shuntaro Furukawa has said that the company's eventual transition away from Nintendo Switch is to its next hardware platform, a major concern for the company. So they were talking about this in a Japanese like Q&A, and VGC translated it, Video Game Central. And so he's pretty much talking about Nintendo Switch 2, like transferring everything to the Switch 2. That way they don't lose their core audience. It's to sum it up, they're trying to find a way to do the Switch 2, right, a new console, while also still being able to have all of those people still play from the Nintendo Switch and keep those players. So they're pretty much already saying there's going to be backwards compatibility here. He said during the Q&A, let me summarize it here for you guys. The company plans to alleviate risks of resetting its 100 million plus user base by building long-term relationships with its users, partly via Nintendo accounts and using IPs outside of gaming. He was replying to a question about how Nintendo has been able to maintain a strong release schedule over the last 6 years into the Switch's life cycle, and what his thoughts were on transitioning to next hardware. He says, we have already announced a portion of our software roadmap releasing up to next spring, he said. Unlike the past, we continue to have a very large variety of games scheduled to be released, even beyond 5 years of release. This is because the Nintendo Switch has had such a smooth launch, allowing us to focus all of our development resources on a single platform. However, the question of whether we will be able to just as smoothly transition from the Switch to the next generation of hardware is a major concern for us. Based on our experiences with the Wii, Nintendo DS, and other hardware, it is very clear that one of the major obstacles is how to easily transition from one hardware to the next. Yeah, please don't do another fucking shop like you have on the Switch right now, where you have Nintendo Online, Super Nintendo, you got 64 online, and you still don't have your Game Boy games or anything. Come on, why do you think people emulate this shit, dog? Like, I don't get it, dude. Let me play Battle Network.
Bro, okay.
Oh my lord.
Give me Battle Network, please. But also, I don't know how, like, the one thing they need to figure out really is, and it's gonna be a pain in the ass. It really is.
Yeah, it is.
Allow everybody to go, because they kind of already did the migration one time. Do a full ass migration. Go all the way through. Log into your digital shit. Put it all into one Nintendo account. All of it on one account, and then honor everybody's digital purchases.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think that's what it sounds like that he wants to do. Like, if you've bought in like digital purchases on your Switch, when you go to your Switch 2, you're going to be able to play them all on the Switch 2. Because he did say there's going to be backwards compatibility, so.
But the thing is, I want to have my Switch games. I want to have all my, dude, I bought a lot of fucking Wii U games, right? Like, I'm gonna be real. I bought a lot of Wii. I have a lot of 3DS games that are digital, like a shit ton. And like, I can't even, like, they're gone. They're just gone. Like, they need to put it in the way that you could just play all this stuff. I get it. They're like, oh, but there's 2 screens. Yeah, there's ways around it. We do it on emulator all the time.
There's ways around it, for sure.
Like,
it's like Nintendo's lazy with a lot of things, I feel like, in my opinion.
But they're already successful. They're already very successful. And I think that's why they're like very kind of complacent with doing too much, because like when you're successful, you do more things that spends more money. But like, if they could make a huge crazy leap right now, like that's right now. This is what, if you look at all these consoles that came out, if you look at the last 20 years, it's been all about console generation progression, right? And when it all comes down to one of the biggest points of gaming, period, is can I play my old shit, dude?
Yeah, dude, it's fucking like
All in one
insane.
place.
Like that's all Nintendo players want to do is be able to play the older games in one place without having DS, 3DS, a Wii, a Switch, 64, GameCube. Bro, you guys have all of this stuff on file. Like you can do it. You're just slowly releasing it on the Switch. Like, come on, just let us play everything on the Switch. Come on, like it cannot be that hard. It cannot be that hard.
Well, it's not just Nintendo players. That's all the like PlayStation players. People are upset that they can only stream the PS3 games. You know what I'm saying?
Silver says, do you think Japan has a different sense of markets than Americans do? Yes,
oh,
of course they do. They focus more on mobile gaming there, and Switch technically is a mobile device. But gaming in Japan, while gaming's like really big in Japan, I don't think it's as big as it is here anymore. Mobile gaming in Japan is very fucking popular. Games like League of Legends, really popular in Japan too. But like actual like on average gaming like we consume, no, it's not as popular as it is over here. So like I feel like the Western audience is way more vocal about this kind of shit than Japanese citizens are. Because they don't play games or consume gaming media as much as we do, you know.
We're fiends.
Yeah,
Bro, a new game comes out, everybody's dissecting the shit out of it. Like within 2 days of the game coming out, we already like completely broke it.
Yep.
People already beat it, like 100%ed it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
in Japan, it's kind of like looked down upon in their culture if you fucking spend 20 hours a fucking day playing video games, you know. So yeah, they don't consume as much as we do. Although that has changed a little bit over the last couple of years. And then someone else in chat, Peter Vickers, did mention earlier. We were going to talk about it later, but since we're done with the Nintendo portion of the news, we can talk about for now. We can talk about what he brought up. He said Starfield news that just came out. Yes, if you guys have not heard, Starfield has been delayed to the first half of 2023. Literally, news just dropped like right before we went live with the podcast. So Starfield and what was it, Redline, that got delayed as well. What was the other game?
Yeah, the Redline. I don't know.
Redline. Yeah, I don't even know what Redline is. Starfield got delayed. He said, Peter said he was surprised. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not. We haven't seen any fucking gameplay. Every single time from the first moment we saw the game trailer, a CGI last year, I was like, okay, this is cool and all, but this just looks like Star Citizen. You know, with and I haven't seen any gameplay, so I ain't gonna keep my hopes up by fucking Bethesda Fallout 76. I'm looking at you until I see gameplay. And then we saw another trailer like a couple months ago, still no gameplay. I was like, yeah, I don't know about this game coming out this year, bro. We haven't even seen any gameplay. They're saying it's coming out this year. I don't know about that. It's called Redfall. I don't even know what Redfall is. So
I've never heard of that game.
2027 for Elder Scrolls 6 confirmed. At this point, I don't even think Elder Scrolls is going to come out on the fucking PlayStation 5 and Xbox One. I feel like it's going to be next generation at this point.
Yeah.
They're working on a giant ass game like Starfield, like this, and it's a game that's going to be like something that they update consistently apparently, and it's already being delayed, and they're working on Elder Scrolls and probably a new Fallout. And they were working on Fallout 76.
I'm gonna die if their updates are literally just taking the mods people make and just putting into their game as actual patches.
I'm gonna spit out my tea. You know what though? The modders do a better job than the fucking company does, dude. For example, like Square Enix. I love Square Enix. I'm a huge Square Enix fan. You all know that. So is Junior. But dude, they have been pissing me off lately with these remasters. All right, it started with fucking Final Fantasy VIII years ago, right? Final Fantasy VIII remaster comes out, and then the fucking meme of, you're the best looking guy here. It actually makes sense now because he literally was the only good looking guy there because he was the only one that was touched on, and all the other fucking NPCs were literally still in like the 8-bit, 16-bit graphics. So it was bruh, come on. Then Final Fantasy IX, same thing. They only just touched on the characters and a couple of locations, but none of the other NPCs and none of the main locations. Chrono Cross Remaster just comes out. Chrono Cross Remaster FPS is so fucking dog shit. I can't even understand how they release it like that. The CGI FPS is bad, and the graphics is bad. And honestly, the upscaling, it feels like they did no upscaling. A week into the game being out, modders ran the fucking game through an AI upscaler, which is literally you take the file and you let the AI do it for you, right? You telling me fucking Square couldn't do that? And it looks phenomenal. It's literally like 4K. And they fixed it to 30 FPS and 60 FPS in a week. In a fucking week. And a AAA company couldn't even do that with a game. One of their masterpieces, right? Like, how are you going to release something like that and make people pay for it again? And it's worse than when it first came out.
It was weird.
Like, it's like companies are starting to get really. That's why when everyone's like, "Oh, you're not excited for a remaster, or remake?" No, just make a new fucking game. Just make a new game.
No.
I don't want a remaster. Like,
I've been saying this for a while though. I've been kind of sick of remasters. And
I'm
like,
so sick. We are living in the era right now, the last 5 years, where everything that's coming out is just fucking remaster after remaster. It's so annoying.
No, but you know what? You know what this is again, guys? This is 2005. Okay, we're back in 2005 when every song had remixes on remixes on remixes on remixes, and they all shit.
Yep. I'ma buy you a drink remix. True.
Oh man, you can't remix something that's like really good and then just be like, oh, this is fine. You're like, no, it's not okay. Like that, it's the same thing, dude.
It's kind of funny because they were not 3D modeled; they were actually background art. Yeah, they were literally background art. In FF8, GTA Definitive Edition, dog shit. GTA remake remaster was absolute dog shit. Absolute dog shit. That rain. Oh my god, the rain in that game was terrible.
You know what would have been cool?
If they would have just did it right.
The games. No. Well, that too. But like, if they would have remixed the game, like add like some extra shit to it. You know what I'm saying? Like
a remake?
No. Because you still have the regular shit. You just give it like an extra, like say like, hey, I want to do this kind of mode, and they're like, or what if story. You know what I'm saying? Something. Give me something.
Devil May Cry did that. Yeah. And it was actually really good.
Yeah, because Devil May Cry. I'm not gonna. The guy's case, all right. Like
Square Enix's failure of PC launch of FF7 remake, bro. It's been 8 months and they still haven't done a patch on that game. 8 months, and the game has issues upon issues, but the modders fixed them all. I think Square Enix just looked at, the modders fixed it. It's okay. Dude, I don't think they realize that some people don't know fucking how to install mods on a game on PC, and not everyone wants to look shit up on YouTube. But,
I don't feel like installing mods. That's why I don't play. I've never played Elder Scrolls like Skyrim. Never played it because everyone's like, "Well, to play the game, you got to add this mod and that mod and this mod."
You don't have to add no mod, bro. Just play the game.
Every single person.
Listen, chat.
You're the first person ever in my life I've ever heard say that.
We did a thing on his channel. I want you to get this motherfucker to 100 subs, all right, this month, so he can fucking play Elder Scrolls. Okay.
We get 100 subs.
This man has never played Skyrim, ever. Tell this man you do not need mods to play the base game. Maybe the DLC, but they have a complete edition for that. Hey, Cassette Shoe, thank you so much for this. I forgot I had the sub alerts on. Thank you so much for the sub, man. I appreciate it. 7 months. You're at tier 3. God damn. Damn, that's a fat sub. Let's move on to the PlayStation news. After this PlayStation news, we're going to talk about some big Square Enix news that a lot of people are excited about. And I want to reiterate. You know what? Let's talk about that first because I want to get that out of the way. I know some people that are here aren't going to be here the whole time. And I know a lot of people here want to hear about this. There's not a lot of Square Enix news, but there's a decent amount. Okay. Final Fantasy 16. A lot of people have been asking since the video I made a couple of days ago and like the big news that dropped on Twitter. I got to get his name. Genki. Genki JP on Twitter is one of the ones that found. Go follow him if you haven't already. He dropped a bunch of news all the time about Japan, like Japanese style games, like leaks and stuff like that. So Final Fantasy 16, Yoshida-san was on a Nier Reincarnation. If you guys know what Nier Reincarnation is, it's a mobile game for Nier that's made by Applebot, the same company that's doing Ever Crisis. So Yoshida was on there because they're doing a Final Fantasy 14 collab where they're having like a whole new story with Emmett Selk and all that. And on that podcast, of course, Yosuke, the director, not Yusuke, from Urameshi, not that one. That's a different Yusuke. So the director of
Eugene.
Yeah, Oh, I can't believe that that's his dubbed name in the Philippines. That's so weird, dude. So Yosuke, the director of Nier Reincarnation, from Platinum Games, was not Platinum Games, Apple Boss, sorry, was talking about they were just talking about the game, and then afterwards he was like, hey, so I got to see Final Fantasy 16. When are you gonna fucking pretty much like, when are you gonna release that shit, dog? You need to show the world this game. This game's fucking amazing. So not only has Yoko Taro seen the game, so has Yosuke, right? So he asks him that, and Yoshida's pretty much like, listen, the trailer is fucking done. It's ready. We're just waiting. Pretty much sounds like he was saying they're waiting on Square Enix to say, hey, you can show the game now, which is probably Summer Games Fest, to be honest. They probably paid to play it at Summer Games Fest. A lot of people think, oh, State of Play. I don't think that they would release a State of Play so close to Summer Games Fest. Doesn't make sense if they're going to have games on Summer Game Fest. You know what I'm saying? And Summer Games Fest is pretty much taking the place of E3 this year. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure that that's where they would want to show it, not as just State of Play 5 days before the award show. Or not award show, the game show. And so he pretty much reiterated that the game he also told us that the game is done. Like, the game is done, but they are on the final stages. If you guys don't know, the final stages of the game, like the last 10% or so, 10 to 15%, is usually QA testing and debugging and making sure there's no bugs in the game and making sure the polish is all there on the quests, the characters, literally going through and testing everything. That is probably the hardest part about the game's development and the lengthiest part about Cyberpunk, prime example. They needed probably another 6 months of that. After they delayed it, they probably still need another 6 months.
Another 6 years.
Yeah, that too. Because the game now is okay, but it still has bugs still today, even with all the updates that they've done. So that's just goes to show you. Last December, Yoshida did say, like, he already said, like, we're done with the main scenario. We're just touching up on side quests and polish. This was on October last year, so they're still polishing, right?
It's a big ass game, so like they have to go through and like test scenarios and all sort of shit. Like, because I think in the back of his mind, he always probably looks back at 14, and he looks at it before he took over.
Yeah,
and he's just like,
before Realm Reborn.
Yeah, before Realm Reborn. So he's just like, let's never make sure that never happens to a Final Fantasy game again. A game period, but like just a Final Fantasy game for sure.
That's why I fucking love him, dude. Like, he cares so much about like the series. Like, he actually cares so much about Final Fantasy. And he wants to make sure, like, in an interview, he said, like, he wants to bring back the old fans that have been disappointed. I don't remember the exact words, but I remember like pretty much what he was going for. He wants to bring back the old fans and renew like the love for Final Fantasy that they had years ago with this game. Like, and he specifically said the mature audience. That's why I'm very excited about this game, because this is only the third game ever that they've done as mature rating. First one was Type 0, and then the one that just came out, Strangers in Paradise. We don't talk about chaos.
Type 0 was rough to play. Like, it was a cool story. It was crazy.
The PSP version is good. The PSP version is really good, but if you played the remaster, God, that shit sucks, dude.
I said like the battle system was kind of weird.
The battle system was fucking weird.
Because it didn't explain it. It didn't explain it.
No, they did not.
It just threw you in there, and I was like playing the game for about I was streaming it for like 5 or 6 hours, and I was still like, I have no clue what's going on.
Do you think it's going to be the same depth as Witcher 3? Honestly, yeah, I think it's might even be more. The story points that the plot points that they've shown in the trailer so far, like the revenge, like the vengeance arc that the main character Clive is going to go on. Like, they just from like speculating a couple of things, you can already see so much about Final Fantasy 16 story. Like, you can tell that Clive is a bastard son, because the mother of his brother Joshua looks at him with disgust, like can't stand him. So you can already tell, like, that's not her son, the way she looks at him. She's like, get away from him, blah blah, stuff like that. And so he's a bastard son who loves his brother still and family, and he protects his brother. He seems like he's a guardian of his brother. And then it seems like they get betrayed and they get invaded. It literally kind of looks like Game of Thrones storytelling, to be honest. It kind of similar. they get invaded, everyone dies, his brother dies, everyone dies. There's a new dark fire icon, and apparently two fire icons aren't supposed to exist. And then, there's a time skip, and he has this vengeance arc that he starts. It seems like there's a lot of depth to the game, and it has a mature setting, and the story seems like it's gonna be a lot more like dark than we're used to for Final Fantasy. No fucking let me go on a fucking road trip with my bros.
The first fucking the scene they showed, literally like dude cut somebody else open, covered in blood. The kid's like, like all tripping out, just covered blood
and
everywhere,
the blood went like, all over his face. That was his father. That was his father.
And I'm like, it's just it looked pretty. That's pretty interesting. But like, it's gonna be like, I think the other mature audience targeted Final Fantasy game, the last one was like 10.
Yeah, that's what Silver just said in chat. The last one was dark, was 10, but it was painted in light, which I agree. Like, it was a dark. The thing with 10 though is you had to be really good at seeing the plot, like the darkness of the story through like hidden things in the story, right? They don't outright tell you like, oh my god, you're fucking dead. You're like I don't forget the word I'm looking for here, but the way they told us,
it's nuanced. It's a nuanced, thing, and it's a thing that was like, it is meant for adults that play the game will understand. You're like, oh shit, that's kind of deep. But as a kid, you're just like, oh, this is cool. This looks really good. It has voice acting. I don't have to read as a kid. Like, it's very inviting to play the game as a kid. But if you're sitting there like as a parent, like watching over, you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah. And then like one of the things I'm talking about is like in 10 is like, just look for example at like how many people misread the laughing scene. Like the part where they're over and over. You can literally it is iconic. You can literally see how much pain he's in when he's laughing. Like literally immediately before, as a kid I didn't fucking get that, but when I replayed it as an adult I was like, oh, that's what I mean. Like just before that he was talking to Auron about like how he wants to go home, and then he finds out that Jet is Sin and all of this shit. So he's like in a dark place right now with his thoughts, and he's depressed. And then Yuna's trying to cheer him up and is like, just laugh it out. And then he laughs, and you can feel this like painful ass, like depressed laugh coming out of him. And then it turns into lighthearted because she joins in and laughs, and they actually have a genuine laugh together. So it's like people think it's very cringe, but they don't really actually see how they're telling the story at that moment. A lot of people misread that scene. It's more for teenagers. Yeah, I agree. That a lot of Final Fantasy games are aimed for teenagers. That's why I feel like a lot of people have stopped liking Final Fantasy for a long time. Was Nomura healthy or toxic for Final Fantasy?
You want me to answer that, or you? I fuck, bro.
Let's just say, okay, I'm gonna say Nomura was one of the first. He was one of the head people for Final Fantasy VII OG, right? So was Sakaguchi and Katase. Like they were, all three of them worked on it really good, and it's one of the best Final Fantasy games ever made. But over the last couple of years, even with Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, that shit was fucking amazing. Then 3 came out, and I haven't finished 3 yet, but I know a lot of people fucking hate 3 because it gets very convoluted. It's like a very it's like a very indecisive game. If you'll ask 100 people, 50 will say they like it, 50 will say they hate it. And then you have the same thing with Remake. You have the way that the story is being written with Remake, because he directed the story for Remake, and I think, in my opinion, I don't think they needed the plot ghosts and to bring fucking Zack back from the dead. I love fucking Zack; he's my favorite character, but bringing him back from is just so stupid to me. I don't know. I don't think he is bad for Final Fantasy. I just think that there's a lot of things he does that sometimes confuse the fuck out of me, and I don't know. I guess
I think with him being there, I just expect all their games to take 15 years.
That, and you better expect some kind of time travel or something.
Yeah,
some kind of time travel for no reason.
And zippers.
And a lot of belts.
A lot of zippers and belts.
Yeah, a lot of belts. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. He's kind of one of those people where like you will feel so on and off about his games until 15, 20 years later when the game's done and you see the conclusion, you're like, okay, this not so bad. Now, what I saw from the first game 20 years ago now actually makes sense now, That's how I feel like it's going to be with Kingdom Hearts 4 and when Remake is actually done.
That's the sad part. Some people are not gonna make it that far.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You're sounding like the motherfuckers be posting on Twitter about One Piece. I'm never gonna fucking live to see the end of One Piece.
Oh, I'm not. There's no way.
Just don't say that, bro.
No way.
Don't say that.
Ain't no way.
Oh, man. Way. So, yeah, going back to Final Fantasy 16 so we don't stray off a little bit after we answer those questions. Final Fantasy 16, most likely you will probably see it at Summer Games Fest, and me and Junior already planned. I think he comes back, right? You come back from vacay?
From when?
For Summer Games Fest? You come back on the 6th or something, right?
Wait, what's
7th?
what days?
June 7th. You come back, and it's on the 9th.
Oh.
It's on the 9th, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna be in DreamHack.
DreamHack, that's where you're going.
From the 3rd to the 5th.
Okay, yeah, you'll be back. So, that's something we could talk about on the podcast before. So, what we're planning to do, chat, right, is we're gonna do the podcast Thursday morning, like we're doing right now. And then after, we're just gonna kind of hang out and play some games or whatever until Summer Games Fest starts, which is at like 3 p.m. or something like that my time, or 1 p.m. my time. So we'll do the podcast, and then by the time we're done with the podcast, it'll either just be starting or whatever, and we'll just go straight on from there. But yeah, Final Fantasy 16 is probably going to show at Summer Games Fest, and we are most likely going to get a release date, and it's probably going to be this year, and I think it's going to be the end of this summer or beginning of fall. I do not think that they want to release too close to Forspoken, because if they release too close to Forspoken, they will literally kill that game on release by releasing 16 right next to it. So
yeah,
or it could be early 23.
Well, it's still a Western style. That's the other thing too. I was thinking about too, because I was like, yeah, you could kill it, but also it's still a Western style game. So like,
from what Yoshida said, they're aiming towards a more Western audience with 16 too. Like the American voice acting was done before Japanese was for this game for once.
Well, it's still JRPG, but like I know it has like some of the they had the Devil May Cry guy work on it and shit like that, but like. I feel like the Forspoken game is gonna have like a completely different audience almost. There's gonna be people that are like Square Enix fans that are gonna play like.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's gonna be a lot of Final Fantasy fans that buy that game just because it's Square Enix and it's open world JRPG ish. The Sekai. It's weird.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I hope both of those games do pretty good. I hope did they do good?
I hope they don't do what happened to Babylon's Fall.
I don't have an investment in the companies. I just hope that the games are fun, and like they're cool, and like we don't want to talk about them for months.
I just wanted to do better than Babylon's Fall because, in case you guys didn't know, Babylon's Fall only had one concurrent player last week. One on Steam. That means one sad person was probably max level at the end of the game and just playing by himself.
Can't even do
multiplayer. And he couldn't even do co-op content because he can't find no one else to play it with.
That's rough. Dude.
Oh, that's so rough. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad.
That's horrible.
What else we got for Square Enix news? Okay, we didn't get to talk about this. Oh, actually, we can talk about this real quick. So in case you guys haven't seen on Twitter, there's a new Tifa and Aerith doll. And
a doll.
Yeah, I won't say what kind of doll.
It's life size.
Yes, it's life-size doll. That's all I'm going to say, and it has everything functions. I'll just say that. And I jokingly messaged them because I was in a group chat with a bunch of other Final Fantasy content creators, and I showed them that they followed me on Twitter, and the company of that makes the doll. And I messaged them jokingly. I was like, "Hey, I'd love if you send me a free one." And they after going back and forth, they literally sent me a picture of the care package, and they said he has to talk to his colleague and that they're thinking of sending it to me and giving me a discount code. This is a $3,000 doll, by the way.
They sent the other guy, Ulta Mike, whatever. They sent him two. They sent him both. They sent him Aerith and.
No, he's trolling. He's clickbaiting. He's clickbaiting. Yeah.
I was gonna say. I was like,
he was asking me, "What did you say to them? What'd you say to them?" I was telling him, like, say this. How much of a discount code?
still gonna be a while.
I am gonna screenshot everyone in chat. Say how much of a discount code. I am literally gonna screenshot and send them that so they can know. So they can know that my community is interested. Everyone in chat right now, if you guys are lurking, type how much of a discount code. Just copy paste it.
Or how much for?
Oh my god. So yeah, I'm just waiting. They actually retweeted my fucking going live post yesterday of Kingdom Hearts too.
That's funny.
So weird.
Yeah. And after you like tagged me and they followed me too, I was like, oh boy.
So yeah, that was a funny day the other day when that was happening. I was like, bro, what the hell's going on? And then the last bit of Square Enix news. Square Enix, this is a weird, like a week ago, but we weren't here, so we'll talk about it. Square Enix has sold Eidos, Crystal Dynamics, and Crystal Enix, Square Enix Montreal to Embracer Group. If you guys don't know, Embracer Group is a group that owns a bunch of different development companies. Like they own Gearbox is one of them, so like Borderlands, all that stuff. You guys know about those games. They own that company, and now they're going to own these companies too. That were owned by Square Enix, and the IP, they're also selling the IP, so that means they're selling Tomb Raider IP, Deus Ex IP, Thief, all that shit. But they only sold it for $300 million. A lot of people, a lot of like investors or people that work with this kind of stuff, all were tweeting about this. They're like, this is a ridiculously low number. Then you have those people like, oh, Square Enix must be in trouble. I don't think they're in trouble.
I don't think they're in trouble.
Well, yeah, and the transaction is going to happen July to September this year. I don't think they're in trouble. I think what is happening is literally a couple of months ago, I remember me and you talked about it on the podcast too, Square Enix has said that they do not want to focus as much on Western games because they feel like they're not as good at making Western games because they want to focus on Japanese games and what they're good at and leave the Western games for the Western companies. But these Western companies that they own have not been doing that great of a job. I mean, the games are good, but the games aren't making much of a profit. Like Tomb Raider didn't make much of a profit. Deus Ex didn't make much of a profit. Thief, I think they actually lost money on that game, the remake that they did a long time ago.
Thief hasn't been good since like 98, so like,
You wish they sold a Marvel IP to Insomniac? Well, the Marvel IP is part of what they sold.
The IP, they can't sell the Marvel. They don't own Marvel.
Not the Marvel IP, but the game itself is now owned by they're trying to get lean for a sale. Yo, what's up, Baby Seal? I think they what I think is happening here, I just think that they are like, this isn't worth anymore to us. Because I was looking at the profit margins that they made. It was like 1.7% that they made of profit from Crystal Dynamics like last year.
Bad.
And Eidos, I think, only made them like 0.6%. It was something like that. I don't remember the exact numbers. I could pull them up again, but
I know people were talking about the sale numbers. They're like, yo, there's so many copies.
Yeah, but like we were talking about in private chat. Yeah, it's not only that. It's like what we were talking about in private chat a week ago was you guys don't realize that the reason that they keep selling these games now is because how many times have you seen Tomb Raider go on sale for fucking $3, $5, $1, $2? Yeah. Like Deus Ex, $5, $3. Like they've even been free. So like. They're not making as much money as you think. A lot of people are like, oh, they sold 2 million copies times 60. That's like fucking 10 million. No, that's not how much they're making because they've had a fuck ton of sales for those games over the last like 5-10 years. So they gave you Tomb Raider for free. Yeah, Epic Game Store had all the Tomb Raider games reboots for free.
Cool. Epic Game Store has done it, given for free. Xbox Live is given for free. PlayStation Plus is given for free. Nvidia graphics cards given for free all the time. If you buy a graphics card, you get the game for free.
Bro, they want me to make like 5 videos with their logo on it. Then they will consider sending the doll after the videos. They are a little sus, to be honest. That's what I was thinking too. That's why I haven't responded back to them. Yeah, Baby Seal was one of the people I was in DMs with when I was like, oh man, I don't know, dude. I think I think they're a little sus. Not to mention, I got followed by another company that also makes the same dolls. So I was like,
it's China.
Huh?
It's China.
Yeah,
they have a lot of them.
Yeah. Yeah, they said
But
that they were right next to the warehouses, so makes sense.
yeah, the whole thing with those games is all their sales numbers are very inflated. Remember also before we were talking about Pokemon has sold every game that has sold, for example, and never gone on sale.
Yeah.
Like think
Now
about
that's a game that
full
does fucking numbers, dude.
that does numbers. This is what we are talking about earlier. Because like they're like, yeah, Tomb Raider hit 2 million. That's cute. On the whole IP.
Yeah.
with the remake.
Yeah.
You know, there's like a Pokemon. It's just like, yeah, we did 14 million on a remake that, you know, whatever.
Let me do, was it 14 million or 60 million? 60 million.
Like
16 million times 60. Let me do that real quick for you, bro. Like,
yeah. Like they do numbers.
it's $960 million. It's $1 billion.
Ooh, buddy.
That's crazy. You think that game cost 100 million to make? I fucking tell you right now, it did not.
You know, I think this is also why they don't have voice actors. I think about it now too, because they don't have to pay anybody royalty stuff.
Why would they do anything new when the game still sells $1 billion? Like $1 billion, dude. It's so stupid. That's why people need to stop buying Pokemon games when they know their shit. Fucking hate it. There's
I like how we both bought Arceus. We gotta start getting games this shit. We both get this shit game.
Listen, I only wanted to do it for research. I only bought Arceus because I was like, bruh, I want to actually see if this game is as shit as it looks. And yeah, it's as shit as it looks.
I was talking so much shit about it, and then I was like, I didn't even finish playing the game. I played the game for like, what, 3 hours?
Yep. I played a lot more than 3 hours, but I'll tell you right now, that game got really boring and repetitive after a while. Fucking throw a ball. Throw a ball. All you're doing is throwing balls constantly. Throwing balls at their faces and their backs. It's kind of fucked up. Back shots. All right, now we can move on. We're done with the Square Enix portion. Pretty sure. We already talked about Babylon's Fall. Everything. That game is a flop. Feels bad, man.
You know, the game felt good because we didn't pay anything for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you.
It's a 6 out of 10.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Our review was kind of biased. Like, we didn't rate it high or anything. We were just like, it's like a 6 out of 10. It's not that bad, you know? Because a lot of things that people were complaining about in the reviews were things that all like looter shooter or looter slasher games do, you know? And it just seemed like they picked people that never played a looter slasher like The Division or Destiny or like to play those games. They're very grindy, and you know, they pretty much all play the same. That game was literally Godfall, but weird art style. But we also got the game for free. If we paid $60 for that, I probably would have rated it like a 2 or a 3 out of 10. You know?
Yeah, I'd have been more pissed.
Yeah,
but as we said that too in the thing, where I was like, yeah, this is like 6 out of 10. And maybe it's because we got it for free, because I don't feel the pain of this at all. It's just like, this game's actually pretty fun.
See, a lot of people say that, Silver. You think that Tomb Raider feels watered down thanks to the reboots? Like, I'm one of my good friends, Jill Cross. She loves Tomb Raider. And every time I say I'm going to play Tomb Raider, she gets so excited. She's like, oh, yeah, play Tomb Raider. So she always tells me, play the old ones first. I played them a long time ago. But every time I'm saying the reboot, she's like, the reboots are good. Oh, they're okay, but the originals are way better. But I just don't see what it is that so many people don't like about the reboots. I think just a lot of people say it doesn't feel like Tomb Raider to them. I guess it loses some of the puzzle mechanics, I guess, of it, or I don't know. I felt like Tomb Raider to me.
Tank in Tomb Raider, like regular.
True. I mean, you're just sitting there, the whole time. Infinite ammo. Wait, did you have infinite ammo?
You can.
I was pretty sure I did that cheat on Tomb Raider 3 because dude, Tomb Raider 3 was so dark that I literally had to walk around shooting the guns to get the flash from the guns to see.
It's so stupid.
It's so stupid.
Or I blow her up just to get to see it too.
For those of you, I want to know in chat, how many people in chat actually have gotten their Steam Deck that they pre-ordered? I have not received mine yet. It says that I'm supposed to get mine between April and June. So hopefully soon. I haven't got a fucking email yet. I have the money just sitting there waiting. I also wish they could just let me pay for it. Because watch, something about to happen. Like my car gonna break down, need a new fucking engine, and there goes the money for the Steam Deck.
All I know is that I need I'm glad I skipped this one.
Pay William Defoe to voice Pikachu.
That'd be amazing.
Oh my god. Speaking of Steam Deck, I want to know how many of you guys have it, because there is actually a crazy amount of updates that they did, like a lot that they needed. We're gonna go over quickly. There's a lot, but I'm gonna go over them. Steam Deck new update now includes per game performance settings. That means every single game is going to have different settings now. So you can change your performance settings for every single game, which I don't know why I didn't have that on launch, considering it's a PC mobile, right? Yep. Pre-game performance profiles. Players can now set game-specific performance settings. This features access and quick access menu, performance, advanced view. By default, games will use the system performance settings. So the profile that you set for the Steam Deck, by default, it's automatically going to use those. If per game,
Let's say based off of like the reports though, like I would suggest on your Steam Deck, put it on the absolute lowest settings you can do,
and then change it for every game.
And then in the game, get in there and bump it up. Otherwise, your shit's gonna crash.
Yeah. The main thing, like my friend Fish Fried Cat has the Steam Deck, and he says the main thing that he loves it. He doesn't have any crashing issues or FPS issues. Nothing. It's just the battery life is really bad. But I mean,
45 minutes.
Yeah, for certain games. I think he says he gets like 2.5 hours out of it for playing like games that aren't too great. Like he was playing Tales of Arise for 2.5 hours the other day, and then he had to charge the battery. Tales of Arise is, I mean, there's a lot of animation, but it's not like if you were playing a game like Final Fantasy 14 online. Yeah, no, forget it. That's huge. That's a lot of rendering. That's a lot of loading. That's a lot of animations. Did they fix? The only thing I'm wondering is like if any of these changes will make it so that the FGC can actually use the Steam Deck. The people that would use the Steam Deck, I feel like the most, literally. Yeah.
Like think about it. Like all the fighting game kids, man, they would fucking tear that shit up. It's just it doesn't work on fighting games.
Yeah.
All these changes will fix it.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if they are too. If per game settings are toggled on, a profile for the currently running title is created automatically. Any edits will be saved and automatically applied when the game is launched again. Okay, that's really good. You can also toggle this on and off and go back to system defaults to reset the system default settings at any time. Steam Deck client update per game profile update. Oh, I already read that. When connected to an external display, Steam Deck interface is now scaled to virtual 1280 by 800 resolution. More work on this feature and functionality is underway. Okay. Wait, so didn't it used to have 4K?
Yeah, but it's not going to run for more than like 30 minutes on 4K.
1280? 1280p? No.
It's like
1920 is 1080p. So like 1280 by 800 resolution is a little bit better than 720. That's really bad.
Oh shit. By the way, I was like, man, yeah, no,
that's pretty bad. The fuck? Added Steam Deck hardware survey functionality for Steam Deck. Fixed issue with multiple Steam inventory, blah blah. So they fixed a couple of bug. We're not going to talk about those because there's a lot of bug fixes and they're not really that important. On the only important one I'm seeing right now is they fixed on-screen keyboard and magnifier stuff. So a lot of people are having problems using the keyboard on screen. But they fixed a couple of bugs with that. Online, offline, improved performance from switching to offline online modes, improved availability to home screen sections when switching to offline online mode, and fixed friends continuing to show as online when Steam is disconnected. Keyboards, they added Bulgarian, phonetic, traditional, and phonetic keyboard layouts. I guess.
Phonetic.
Listen, you know, in school, my teachers taught me to sound the shit out, okay? And you read it out, it says phone-e-tick.
Right? Yeah, no, that term that you just explained is the word you're reading.
Wait,
it's
really?
called phonetic. Yeah. Phonetic is like saying like how it sounds. It's how you Jesus. All right, anyways, so when's the physical year end?
God damn it.
When is the physical year end? Not fiscal. What's the physical year end? Go check out his video about Ever Crisis. It's great.
Listen,
and ask him in the comments. Ask him about the physical year.
Listen, I wrote the script on my phone because I was at work. All right, on break. I wrote the script on my phone. For some reason, my phone auto-corrected fiscal to physical, and I read the script without even paying attention because I was in such a rush when I got home for Ever Crisis, and I re-watched the video after upload. I'm like, wait, did I just say physical year? Yeah, I said physical year instead of fiscal year. Yeah, he's never gonna let me live this down ever.
Yeah, it's the physical year.
He's never gonna let me live this down ever.
It's physically 2022 right now.
The big thing that needs to happen in the FGC is a dedicated travel console for it. The reason it worked well in the 90s is because these consoles were able to be put in a backpack. The GameCube is a genius design for dude. Too bad Nintendo don't give a fuck about Super Smash Bros, Still waiting on your Steam Deck, so am I. A lot, you and a lot of people. Okay, there are a couple more keyboard fixes, not really that fucking important. I'm gonna skip over that.
It's just like pretty much all the languages got updated. And
controllers. They removed rumble and haptic toggles for the quick access menu. These can be accessed in settings. Okay. Moved reorder controllers. Okay, so they just moved a couple things around. Remote play. Added a stop streaming option to power menu when hosting a remote play session.
That's smart.
That is pretty smart.
I'm surprised they didn't have that.
Yeah, same. Update. This is why I say that these people that are getting the Steam Deck now are beta testers. Updated recently played games list to include streamed games. Oh, okay. So, well, I'm assuming you save power streaming the games from your PC to your Steam Deck, because you're not using the power of the Steam Deck, right? You're just using the power of your PC and streaming it to your. Yeah. I wonder how.
What's the point?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I guess for a turn-based, it's not that bad, but like, why? What's the point of getting the Steam Deck then? I can do that with my phone.
That's my question from the start. Because like every time I come out and look at this, I'm like, I can play Steam on my phone. I can play like Xbox.
Yeah.
Like, my PC streamed my phone. Like,
yeah.
I don't know why I need a Steam Deck.
For travel, what do you mean?
My phone. It's crazy.
For travel, tiny. What do you mean? Well, your phone can't on a plane. Your phone can't use Wi-Fi and shit like that for streaming, right, bro?
I'm still gonna sleep. Got Switch.
True. Well, you're always sleeping.
This is true.
I can guarantee no one's willing to move their Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5 from the moment they place it on their entertainment center. This is true. I am not bringing this fucking brick house of a PlayStation 5 anywhere. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh no.
We can talk about some random stuff now. One of the things is I get to meet these people at PAX, the creators of Euden Chronicles, and they gave me a review copy, but I wasn't allowed to show it until the 10th. I completely spaced out that the 10th was a couple days ago. So yeah, fuck.
I played it yesterday.
Yeah,
it was great.
Junior played it yesterday.
That's fun.
It's very good. So a lot of people are thinking of Euden Chronicles, and they're probably thinking of the game that's coming out in 2023. This isn't the game. This is a different game. This is a prequel to that game. So
everybody asked me, how many characters in here? Is it 100 plus? I'm like, no. That's a new one. That's the new one's coming out next year. This one has 3 characters. You play 3 characters. That's it.
Yeah. So
unlocked 2.
It looks really fun, like the Link combat, because I was playing it at PAX. Like the Link combos are really fucking cool. Like you can switch in units in and out and do combos and stuff. It's really cool. It's very simple, but like very fun at the same time.
Also, I have to say the sound effects that they used when you're doing the Link combos are very good, because it actually made me like, I was like physically like,
yeah. The music is really good too. The music's really good.
For $14 or 15 or $14.99, it's actually a great game. I played it for like 4. I was supposed to only do a stream for like 2 hours.
Bro, you were streaming for like 6 or 7 hours.
Yeah. Well, I did League before that.
Oh, okay.
I did the Euden Chronicles like sponsor. I ended up doing like 4 hours. It was a pretty good, like, music was great. The sound effects in it was great. Like the graphics was just right. You know what I'm saying? And it had like, it's a very simple gameplay. You can go pick it up real quick. It's one of those games where even if you put it down for a while, you can come back and be like, oh yeah, I know this.
Yeah, it's really good.
Not complicated.
Yeah, it's not complicated at all. It's a couple mashing buttons and just, it's very easy. Jump A, attack X. It's very, very simple.
Yeah.
What do you think of the new Star Ocean game so far? I feel like they just announced the trailer and there's no market hype for Star Ocean. I'm going to be honest with you. I think that's going to be delayed till next year. I think we're going to get something saying like, hey, delayed till next year. We haven't seen anything since the initial game. While they did show a lot, they showed a lot of gameplay and everything. So did Final Fantasy 16, and they showed that 2 years ago. So, like,
But if you see a game like that with no kind of shit, like, but it's like, hey, it's coming out this year.
Yeah,
like, it's a JRPG and they don't show anything. It didn't do like a Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
Yeah, dude, Xenoblade Chronicles 3. That was fucking. It's been so long since I've seen a company do that. Hey, I know we said the game's coming out in October, but you know what? Game's fucking pretty much done. We're just gonna release in July. So like, I wish more companies would do that. God damn. They must have been testing the game. They're like, damn, this shit's more polished than we thought. God damn, all right, we're good.
Well, like
So,
they make a monolith, like they make some pretty solid games, and like, but the other thing too is, they had all the material. You know, when you're like watching it, if you're like looking at the news and you're like looking at like, hey, what's going on? They're showing like, you know, charts of characters and trailers, and you know, you keep on seeing stuff. They have interviews. That's when you know game's coming out. In my opinion.
when there's a marketing campaign,
yeah.
like let's put it this way: if you don't see anything for Star Ocean by October, the game's not coming out this year, because they typically want at least like 3 to 4 months of marketing before they actually release the game. That's what investors want. You know, that's what they pay for. So, but like, what do I think about the game? From what I've seen so far, it looks better than the last one. I love Star Ocean games, but Integrity and Faithlessness was fucking awful.
That was rough.
That game sold horribly too. I didn't think we were ever gonna get another Star Ocean game after that game. I thought we were never gonna get another one, because of how bad it did. Like that game was not as bad as Babylon's Fall, but it was pretty close. It wasn't as bad, but like when you compare it to the other Star Ocean games, the gameplay was. They had a lot of issues that people didn't like. The story, though, was the main thing that people were like, dude, this fucking sucks. The characters sucked. The story sucked. The
designs are weird.
It was really weird. But, you know, they showed the designs in this one look weird as fuck, too. I was like, is this finished? Their faces look fucking awkward, man.
They look like Ken in Marvel vs. Capcom.
How do you make a Star Ocean without the Ocean of Stars? I know. They're like, you couldn't eat, you were on one planet the entire time. Star Ocean is supposed to be about going to multiple planets and shit. And Integrity and Faithlessness, you were in one planet the entire time. It was dumb.
That doesn't make no sense.
No. So for what we saw from the gameplay, it looks really good. The game, like the literally gliding around, flying around, and like it looks fun. But so far in the characters, I'm not sold because they look awful. So I'll have to wait and see. It looked like a PS2 character design on a PS5 graphics, but like bad. It was really bad. It was awful.
Like, just upscale to 4K, see what happens.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You know, it's like that's, just leave it. It's fine.
Did you get to watch the Gotham Knights gameplay?
I didn't watch the gameplay. I just saw the screens.
Dude, it looks fun as fuck. Gotham Knights. How many people in chat saw the gameplay for Gotham Knights? Gotham Knights looks fucking good.
I was looking forward to it. I knew that. I just hadn't had a chance to like sit down.
Yeah, they showed like
trailers and stuff.
They showed like 13 minutes of gameplay. They showed like a bunch of different characters. For the combat for a bunch of different characters, and the guy with the gun is my favorite. I don't even know who that fuck that was, but it looked fun as fuck. He had dual pistols, like revolver pistols.
You deadass put a lot of Steam Deck news in PlayStation.
I did, yeah. I deleted it on mine, but I forgot to re-upload. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Just ignore it. Just ignore it.
I was looking. It's just like PlayStation just shipped this video. It's just like 1280 by 800. I'm like, wait.
Now they're on PlayStation. PlayStation. So, if in case you guys didn't know, this was also posted by Genki JP on Twitter. That's how I knew about this too. Looks like there will be another revision of the PS5 coming. A PS5 CFI 1200 model has been passed for some sort of technical certification in Japan. Looks like another internal specification only revision. This would be to help ease production, as talked about by Sony. So they're trying to change the parts that they use in the PS5 to make it easier to build more and have more available. The only issue I see with this is a lot of people are going to be like, oh, mine's better than yours is worse, you know, why people are going to be, I feel like this one's going to be a downgrade because they kind of have to at this point.
Yeah,
they don't have the parts.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I was hoping when I saw like they did a new design, I was hoping they touched like the Wi-Fi.
Oh yeah. I plug my shit all the time in because PlayStation Wi-Fi has always been bad. A lot of people say the PS5 Wi-Fi is better than PS4. PS4 is bad. No, bro, you don't understand. The one in my living room, the PS4 Pro, it's literally out this door 3 steps. I have 1 gigabyte download speed. You know how much that shit gets? It gets 15 download speed.
Bro, my PS5 right now is next door to the router that is connected to. I can't connect to it. It's next door.
That's bad.
There's
Yeah.
a wall.
You might
There's
have a
one
lot
wall.
of fucking like wiring in your house too.
No,
That could be no
my
interference.
Switch
No,
is on wireless. I can get it. My iPad's
that
wireless. I can get
that's
it. My freaking PS4 is wireless. I can get it too.
damn. Your shit might be fucking
PS5?
jank. I don't know. My PS5 connected to the Wi-Fi, no problem. You
It's
might
like
have a bad
wall.
PS5, bro. You might have a defective PS5.
I just plug it in wired now. So
Yeah, it's better that way
but-
anyway, especially if you're gonna be playing like a live
Well,
game or anything.
I'm not at my house. I'm at my parents' house, man. So I'm just like, I'm not
True.
trying to
Yeah,
permanent.
yeah,
You know, like, hey, let me run all the, you know. Like,
yeah. Run the fucking wire all the way through the walls and shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't been interested in Western gaming, but the Perfect Dark reboot looks interesting. Yeah, it does. PS5 has shipped now 19.3 million units worldwide. Worldwide. 19 million units. That's 20 million almost units. PlayStation. Did I put how many PlayStation 4 has sold? I thought I did. I might have missed that.
I think PlayStation 4 is like
I think it's at like 190
million.
Yeah, it's like 170 or 190 million, something like that.
Yeah.
It's the most sold console ever. PS4 just passed PS2 like a couple of months ago, a year ago.
I saw the Wii was flexing, like they were like, well, the Wii could have passed PS2 all-time sales if they would have dropped the price.
Too bad the Wii was fucking dog shit.
It was just there for Smash Brothers. It was a Smash Brothers console, so you had to have it.
I don't remember playing anything besides Wii Sports and the fucking Zelda game.
Oh, I played sports and
not Skyward Sword, the other Zelda game where you turn into a wolf.
Galaxy.
Twilight, was it Twilight Princess?
Twilight Princess, yeah.
That one was good. And then yeah, Super Mario Galaxy. No. Was it Galaxy?
I got the Black Wii with Super Mario Galaxy the same day.
It was Galaxy.
With a drawstring backpack from GameStop. Yo, shout out. I used that backpack so
GameStop.
long. I like bags. Give me gaming bags.
Give me them bags.
That's my thing.
Sony has confirmed reports that it stopped users from extending their. I think we talked about this last episode. They we talked about like you better do it quickly or they eventually they're gonna stop you guys from doing it. Remember the thing we talked about, guys, where if you kept stacking your PS Now, so that way when the Game Pass came out, you could get like the deal like $100 off a year, and just stack like years and years of the new Game Pass. Well, yeah, they finally stopped people from doing it. So.
I was like, yeah, why don't you just buy a bunch of years of like freaking
they stopped you. They were like, nah.
And you're good to go.
They're like, nope, you can't
So
do that.
I think they're honoring. Well, I think they also said they're not honoring all of it. It's like they're honoring most of it, but it's like up to like 2 years or something like that. Or some shit.
Yeah.
And then it cuts off.
Yep. My PS4 Pro will be connected, but when it tries to download stuff in game, it says the connection's gone, but it's fine outside the game. Yeah, like PlayStation needs to fix their Wi-Fi inside because it's not that great. PlayStation is investing in an additional $300 million into existing first-party studios, noting we aim to grow the game business by strengthening our first-party software and deploying that software on multiple platforms. This is most likely referring to PC releases, guys. So, dude, I've been saying Elden Ring probably going to win Game of the Year, unless God of War. It's going to be its only contender. I feel like this year so far, for Game of the Year. The only way I see God of War winning, I've been saying, is if it releases on PC at the same time. With this extra that they're investing, I don't know. I don't think God of War Ragnarok will release on PC at the same time. But if they did, yeah, I'm sorry, Elden Ring. I'm pretty sure God of War is going to win.
Oh no, I have the only reason I think God of War could win even without a PC release. That story, dude, is so fucking insane. And like if they do the scenes right, if it's directed as good as it could like possibly be,
if it's as good as the original or better, or the last one or better, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So at least as good or even better. Whew.
Dude,
that's gonna be
the crazy thing is too, when they finally put God of War on PC, it made people want to go buy PlayStations.
Yeah, that was
like
funny.
People went out and bought PS5s. So then PS5s are all out of stock again.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Because they were like, oh, the next one's only going to be on PlayStation 5. I got to get a PlayStation 5. Like, so like, dude, if a game, that's the whole point. That's why when people like, oh, first party exclusives don't sell. Yes, they do. They sell consoles. I I
Wait,
literally was
improving.
saying my entire life as I was an Xbox fanboy, if PlayStation, I mean, I was both, but then 360 came out and I played 360 a lot. I had a PlayStation 3. I sold it because it was garbage. And then I literally kept telling everyone. The only reason I bought a PS3 was because of the whole tech demo thing for remake that they did for Final Fantasy 7. I kept telling everyone, dude, if they release Final Fantasy 7 on PlayStation, I'll literally go buy a PlayStation right now. Like the games sell consoles. If you're a diehard of a fan, it sells consoles.
100%. If you have like an amazing experience, like you'll be like, how can I get more of this?
Yes.
This is crazy. And they're like, well, have you seen a PlayStation or have you seen an Xbox?
Mm-hmm.
Like Xbox doesn't have a Xbox. Like what moved Xboxes is literally Gears of War and Halo sales.
Yep.
They're both on PC.
And then like the online was way better for like games like Call of Duty and stuff and Battlefield. So that's why a lot of people got Xbox over. And it's like when you went to school, right? All your friends always had fucking Xbox, right? Like everyone's like, oh, you're on Xbox? Let's get on Xbox. Xbox Live. You know, everyone always had Xbox. So I drove to a 24-hour Walmart to buy Xbox 360 to get Saints Row. Oh, that's true. That was an exclusive too.
Yeah.
That's funny. And then some crazy news released.
Nintendo's entered the chat.
Nintendo's entered the chat. Some crazy news got released last night as I was writing a script for the podcast. A remake of Metal Gear Solid is reportedly in the works. Unfortunately, the report doesn't have anything beyond this. The intel comes the way of a well-known industry insider and leaker, account NGT. That's his name on Twitter. And he's also on Reddit and all over the place. He always leaks stuff for like PC stuff, PlayStation, Xbox, always leaking shit. Who was recently asked on Twitter by a follower if a Metal Gear Solid remake was in the works. Account NGT didn't say much, only replying with yes. And there's no word to who's making it, funding it, and when it could release. There's also no word of Kojima, the creator of the series, involved. But honestly, if there is a company that's working on it, it'd probably be Bluepoint. Because that's a team that specializes in remakes and remasters, and they are under Sony. They work for Sony, so they're one of Sony's studios. So I feel like Kojima would sign off on that because Kojima has worked with Sony a lot in the past, and you know, given them the rights to work with Metal Gear and all that.
You know,
stuff,
the funniest thing, because Kojima Studios is literally Kojima Productions is literally a first party studio for PlayStation. It'd be hilarious because remember, PlayStation is supposed to buy a Konami IP. Imagine they buy Metal Gear.
Metal Gear.
Like, give me that shit back. And then they're like, hey, Kojima, here you go again. He was like, oh.
Yeah, dude. Like, dude, that'd be so fucking dope. Man. Dude, a Metal Gear 1 remake? Oh, God. Not remaster, remake, okay? So don't get it twisted. I know people probably like, oh, you guys said in the beginning you all said we're remaster. No, remasters, not remakes, okay? Remake's a different story because that's completely new graphics, some story changes, additions to the game. It feels like a new game, right? So I'm very excited for that, dude. I'm a huge... I just played Metal Gear Rise on stream for the first time. The only Metal Gear I never played.
It would be a good... See, here's the opportunity, man. I fucking... Okay, so here's the thing. A lot of people may or may not know. I don't know. I'm huge Metal Gear. Huge. Like, me, one of my best friends, that's all we did for years. It's just, we would go through... get like big boss like rating on like freaking Metal Gear when we did the rerun, like the
Metal Gear,
and like that's all we did. That we'd like our jokes were random, like just shit, like where like you're choking somebody out, we're like walk up to each other, it's like like, you know, like that. Like it was like that's how we interacted. Okay, dude, like that's,
the CQC in that game was so good.
I love it. But like, you know, when I think about it, one huge thing that I think a lot of people are going to be missing is a lot of people never played Metal Gear Acid. Man, if they ever brought that shit back,
that's
like,
one on the PSP, right?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's on PSP only. Metal Gear Acid 1 and 2. And
which one was the one with the fucking card system with the grid? That was that one, right, dude?
Yeah, it was amazing.
I would not if they brought that back. It had co-op and everything, dude. It was so good.
It was so like ahead. And same thing with Peace Walker. Peace Walker is another one a lot of people didn't play.
Peace Walker is amazing, dude. Oh my god.
Those 3 games bring so much of the story. Like when you play those, it's like hey, like it's Kingdom Hearts shit, but like
yeah,
they don't feel like cheap games. They don't feel like cheap games though.
No,
like Peace Walker is probably one of the best Metal Gears ever made. It's a PSP.
I was
game.
actually talking about this in someone else's chat the other day. I think it was
Yeah.
Jill. Like we were just talking about Metal Gear for the longest time, and then she brought up Peacemaker. I was like, bro, I never heard anyone else talk about Peacemaker. I didn't know anyone else knew that game existed. And like half of her chat was like, what the fuck is Metal Gear Peacemaker? Because they didn't know what the fuck it was. I'm like, bro, you have a PSP? So it shows you didn't have a PSP growing up.
Yep. They even sold a Peace Walker, like it's a green and black PSP. It came in the package with it. It was amazing.
I remember I wanted my mom to buy me that shit, but she's like, you already have one.
you had like the whole like 4 snakes in there. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just really crazy. It was just like it had so much very insanely important story in those 3 games. And if they do a remake of Metal Gear Solid, they have an opportunity
to add that,
include elements of those into the game,
that
make
would
like
be
an epic
sick.
game.
Like a fucking Kingdom Hearts 1.5, you know? Just fucking put all through. Oh, dude, that would be nuts. That'd be so
insane.
Good. The only one I would want them to remaster is like, I want them to make, don't even remaster it, just port it, dude. I don't care. Just make it available for me to download. I want to be able to play 1 through 3. I want to be able to play Snake Eater without playing it on fucking emulator. Snake Eater is my favorite Metal Gear of all time. Snake Eater is so fucking good.
That was a good one. Well, they have it. There's a lot of places to play it on though. Oh yeah, it's actually it's a 3DS game.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that bitch is in 3D, dude. It's a 3DS game. It's so weird.
Is it really? I'm gonna fucking Google this now. No way.
Yeah.
3DS Snake Eater. I'm gonna lose my mind if that's true. What the hell?
Told you, bro. I was deep in the weeds, okay? I'm bro, Metal Gear, you can't fuck with me, man. Like I'm deep in the weeds.
What the hell? I didn't even know that. Metal Gear Snake Eater 3. I think I remember seeing this now that I see it. Yeah. That's funny as fuck, dude. I did not know that. Yeah, but you can't download it on PlayStation 4 because it's a fucking PlayStation 3 game. Wait, was it? Or was it? No, it's PS2.
It's a PS2 game.
Is it on
PS3
Steam?
game is 4. 4 is a PS3 game. It should be on Steam. I think, maybe. Let's check.
I'm gonna check right now. Yeah, because I just recently played through Metal Gear Rise, and that game's fucking amazing too. The last boss sucked dick though. Metal Gear. Nope, they only have Metal Gear Survive. Oh god, that game's so bad. Metal Gear 5, and they have Metal Gear Survive, and then Rising. I don't see Metal Gear Online. The fuck is Metal Gear Online? Why have I never heard that in my life? What the fuck is Metal Gear Online? I'm about to download it now.
It's from 5.
Oh, okay. That online mode? Okay.
Yeah.
Zone of Enders 3 when? Oh, true.
They did that one.
I like Armored Core. Armored Core better.
It was GTA 5 like idea that are like, hey, we like a GTA Online thing. We're into the same thing.
Dude,
and I was like, that's how that
I
came.
did in Metal Gear 5, dude, that's probably one of my least favorites. I'm gonna be honest with you. You know why? Because open world and there were side quests. And then I just got sidetracked and I never finished the game. Actually, I think I finished it, but I don't even remember the story, if I'm going to be honest with you. Metal Gear 5, all I did was run around and capture goats with that fucking portable parachute thing. You shoot them with the gun and the parachute thing. That's all I did.
Fun fact, if you Google Junior and Chill, there's like a chance you'll run across my Metal Gear images because like there was an article, I guess, about Metal Gear, and you should see it there. Bro, wait, I just realized I made a hashtag on Instagram called smiley face mother effer. If you Google Junior and Chill, go to images, that is actually a hashtag in there. Oh my, I did it.
Junior and Chill, pools, hot tubs, and beach streams.
Yes. That's what the people need.
Oh man, what's the next thing I have on PlayStation? That was it for PlayStation. Oh yeah, we already talked about BioWare. Oh, actually, no, BioWare store accidentally listed and then quickly deleted a product description that implied the original Mass Effect's protagonist, Commander Shepard, was going to be in Mass Effect 5, but they deleted it right away. Apparently, it was a mistake and it's not true. But people were freaking out on Twitter thinking like he was going to come back and they were so happy, only to be cucked and be like, nah, sorry, it was a mistake. He's not going to be in Mass Effect 5. I was so confused. I'm like, how, bro? Motherfucker died 2 times. He died in 2 and then 3. Why? Just let him die. Breath of the Wild.
I don't get it.
Is Breath of the Wild the most interesting open world experience to you, Legions? Also, Junior What were your thoughts on Death Stranding? I'm gonna tell you right now, I did not play Death Stranding. Junior, I think, did.
I did.
The reason I didn't play Death Stranding is because I worked for FedEx, and Death Stranding literally looked like my job, and I was like, I fucking hate this job, so I am not trying to play package delivery simulator while holding a baby in my fucking weird, dude. I was like, nah, I'm good.
It's a fun game. Actually, weirdly enough, it's absolutely horrendous to watch. It is one of the worst streaming games of all time. Like, I period. Like, it's so, but like, it's because I watched my own VOD. I'm like, girl.
Remember when people called
that.
PUBG walking simulator? No, that was a true walking simulator right there.
But you walked a lot. You got the vehicle kind of quick. Like, if you played like only like an hour, then yeah, I can see the walking simulator part. But like, you literally get a vehicle like within
an hour,
or maybe 2 hours, and then after that, you're on either a motorcycle or a Humvee or some shit. Later on, they did a director's cut remake, which is actually pretty cool. They added like you can use a cannon to shoot yourself across the map, like an actual just strip. You know what I'm saying? It was cool as shit. But and the story was very interesting. It was very intriguing. The only problem for me was like, because at the time, especially at the time, I was very focused on my stream stuff, and like super like everything has to be like, I gotta play the right game. And I played that game, and it was the wrong game. That was for sure. It was the wrong game to stream on Twitch at the time. Like, maybe now it's kind of funny if you have like other funny commentary. You're playing with some friends or some shit. Like if we did like a podcast where it's like 4 of us is sitting there talking shit while one of us plays Metal Gear Rise, or not Metal Gear, Death Stranding. Yeah, that'd be great. But like that game was too boring to watch.
Yeah.
On top of that, copyright strikes non-stop, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
they had so much music.
You can't turn the music off.
Yeah, no.
Can't turn it off.
I like that a lot of companies now are starting to like, actually put streamer modes in these games.
Yeah, that's great.
Is Breath of the Wild, the other part of the question, is Breath of the Wild the most interesting open world experience to you, Legions?
Yes.
I would say so, yeah. Besides Elder Scrolls, Skyrim.
Never played it, so I can't. That's it.
Skyrim. I mean, Breath of the Wild's literally Skyrim, except the weapons break. That's pretty much it.
Ooh. I played a better game then.
Yes. Honestly, a lot of people didn't like that the weapons broke, but I liked it because it constantly kept me trying to find better weapons. I didn't like that it kept me. The only thing I didn't like is I am a fucking hoarder, and because of Final Fantasy, I've done this all the time. When I see something that seems OP, I'm like, I'm not going to use this because it seems really good, and I feel like I'm going to need it. And then I get to the end of the game, I never use the fucking thing.
So here's the thing that a lot of people don't know about Breath of the Wild. You have to use the OP stuff because what happens is once you use the OP things, like the high level of it, you find higher level.
By a lot, yeah.
By a lot. Like you're like, oh my god, I found the 50 weapon. It's the strongest thing I've ever seen in my life. And you're like, I'm gonna hoard this, and you never use it. You put it on like in your house. And then like later on, you're like, man, I got like a 64 weapon. That was like the strongest thing I found. Like at the end, I broke in 2 hits. That's nothing really crazy, but if you would have ran with like 50, 60 something, power weapons the whole time, you would have found like 100 some change if you use amiibos.
I found that out the hard way after playing through the game for like 100 hours. Then the other 100 hours, I was like, oh, I'm finding a lot more better shit now. I literally have over 200 hours in that game.
Yeah, same. I got like 240 or something like that. It's like, I remember I accidentally beat it because I was trying to teach my friend how to parry. And so I was like, I got a place to go. And so we went to the field, okay, where all the damn guardians are at. I was like, watch this, I'm gonna one-shot everything, and I just kept on doing it, and I was like, this is fun. I kept on just doing it, and I went to I started climbing the castle. I'm like, yeah, I'll go up here. I haven't seen much of it. Started like doing stuff, and I fell off. The spot where you speed run, and they
where I was literally watching it yesterday.
Yeah, I dead ass fell straight in that damn spot, exact same spot. I'm like, what the heck? And then it started the cutscene. I'm like, well,
fighting Ganon now.
It's fighting Ganon. I one-shot him.
It's a good thing you can just keep playing the game even after you kill him.
Yeah, I did master mode. Ooh.
Yeah, I gotta still do master mode. I didn't even do master mode yet. Is it hard? Oh, dude, I gotta fucking do it.
It's hard, but it's not impossible. That's the nice thing about it. It's hard, especially after you played through all of Breath of the Wild. If you play master mode, it's like, yes, okay, Lionels are scary now again. Very scary. Very scary.
Yeah, if you guys haven't played Breath of the Wild, dude, someone in my chat said to me yesterday they never played Breath of the Wild. I was like, bruh, please go fucking play Breath of the Wild. So the overall feeling is that open worlds have to feel like a playground, but Metal Gear 5 felt like too much of an outdoor camping simulator. Metal Gear 5, the thing is, it just did not feel as interesting. Like the combat, it's a stealth game and an open world game, so it's like it's a bad mashup. And the thing with Breath of the Wild is it's fun, and the things you could do in it are stupid. Like you could literally slide down the fucking hill with the shield, then combine it with your explosions, and then fucking hit your fucking shield a million times with the stop time thing and send you fucking flying. Like, dude, there's so many cool things you can do in that. And there's puzzles everywhere. The dungeons had, all of them had different puzzles. Every single one was unique. There's a lot of locations to find. There's fucking a shit ton of different enemies to fight, bosses, story. Like, there's a lot. Metal Gear just felt like Metal Gear except open world. There was nothing really special about it to me.
Distractions. It was kind of weird. It was. I think Metal Gear 5 had to happen because we would have known that that's not the greatest formula.
Yeah,
it was a great. It was like the game itself was great.
And then Survive came out. And that was
good. Well, he didn't do that one, so
that was bad.
I don't care about that.
He literally kept telling people online when that game came out. He's like, "Listen, I have nothing to do with this game. I did not do this," because people hated it so much. They're like, "What the fuck is this game?" So bad.
He's like, I was already gone off of Metal Gear projects. I'm not even part of Konami anymore. I retired. I'm done, you know, and I'm working on a deal with Sony. Like, I don't even touch that game. Yep. I didn't sign off on shit.
It was bad. It was bad.
It was rough. Yeah, like 5. I think 5 had to happen. It was just, it's one of those things where like we needed to find out that maybe open world stealth game is not the best type of.
Yeah.
Or the way that it was executed wasn't the best way to do it.
They could do better.
Open world stealth games that work better.
Like Assassin's Creed.
Yeah. That shit works good.
Yep.
Technically, Elden Ring's a stealth
Elden Ring too. Yeah, technically. I was literally the next thing on the list. Elden Ring. Elden Ring has sold 13.4 million copies in a fucking month. A month. For reference, God of War sold over 5 million copies in its first month, and FromSoft's previous game, Sekiro, Died Twice, sold 2 million copies in 10 days. So 13.4 million copies in a month is crazy. Not to mention when they start doing sales for the game, and they have the DLC or like definitive editions, like, bro, this shit's gonna be this. I think this game's gonna get to like 40-50 million at some point.
I know it's not on here, but Let Me Solo Her.
Oh no, it's on here. It's right above that. Yeah.
1000th clear last night.
Yep.
On live stream.
If you guys don't know who Let Me Solo Her is, it's like some random player that just literally helps people. Like, you know how you can summon a random ally or an ally on the to do co-op with you at boss fights, like the little statues in front of the boss rooms. He's a player that literally just helps people kill Melania, and he got his 1000th kill on Melania the other day. What a fucking, and he literally became a legend in the community. He's out here helping poor souls that can't beat this
Hitless too.
Hitless, yeah, dude.
Hitless,
like he's what a legend.
That's crazy.
I just picture some anime shit. Like he just spawns in, and you go to charge, and he's like, "I got this," and he just fucking solos the bitch.
Like, you're like, oh wow.
You're just sitting
like,
there. What?
Yeah.
God damn. Get the popcorn, fam. It's just gonna be a show.
Wow, it's like when Gojo showed off finally. He's like, "Hey, you like Itadori, watch this. You need to see this." And then he just like puts on the whole like clinic there for him. He's like, "This is how."
I just picture Vegeta. What is that fucking line that he says? Are you prepared to witness this power that's not been seen for hundreds of years?
Oh yeah, when he went Super Saiyan.
Yeah. That's so good. Hold on, I gotta check this. What the fuck? My phone blow. You want to talk about? We can go on to the mobile games now. You want to talk about Dislight since you got to play it, and I played the soft launch, and I was like, it's okay. I just feel like it does what a lot of gacha games already do, and I don't really like the art style that much. So
I don't know, it's weird. It seems like the thing about Dislight, the reason I think it's so good is it's good for people that are not in the weeds in gacha games. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a game that you can show to a casual person and be like, "Hi, have you tried gacha before?"
Yeah, like if you've been playing gacha for like 8 years, like we have, I mean, it just seems like a typical gacha game.
Yeah.
I also don't like that you're looking at their backs the entire time when they have such good designs, and the camera angle is ass.
Yeah, and it's also like the vertical game. You know, we like horizontal games.
Mm-hmm.
There's a bunch of stuff that like when you play a lot of gacha games, you kind of be like, ah, this is not shit I like. But like it does have like a decent system in it. Like you'll get a SSR like right away, like you know, within 10 pulls. All this like it has a bunch of good stuff in it. You can grind everything relatively easy. There's lots of skip stuff built into it. There's a bunch of like mechanics that are good for gacha games that are built into it. It's just that like I am not impressed by it. It's kind of cool to see a gacha game that doesn't have anime music.
Yeah, like the DJ
Classic
music's
anime
kind of
music.
cool. Yeah, I
Yeah.
like that aspect of it. That's pretty fucking sick.
I like when you summon. He has like a turntable, and you can scratch the record. You know, just like
Yeah.
you know, it has a song playing. You can actually like you know.
If you ever wanted to be a
do
DJ in
that.
a gacha game, this is the one for you.
There you go. So it's pretty cool. It has like it's doing the FGO thing where it takes like historic you know figures and gender bends them. And you're like, hey, these are all waifus now. Here's Lancelot. Tits. You know, like
Yeah,
it's-
true.
That's like what they're doing too, which is like the same thing that Alice Fiction is doing. You know, it's just that's just the cool thing to do because
Alice Fiction, in my opinion, looks like a better game than Dislike This.
I'm more excited about playing that game.
X-Ray is not gonna like my comment on that, bro.
It's just you know what I'm saying. It's just this site is it's cool. It's a if you just need like another game to play on the side, like if you just have too much time in your hands, it's not bad.
Yeah, 100%.
It's not bad, but it's not like the game I'm like, yes, I need to play. Like, you know.
Yeah, no. Data Live, Japanese version has got announced as well. In case you guys didn't know. No idea if they're gonna do a global launch as well. Probably not for 6 months or a year. But if you guys like Data Live, they're getting a mobile game. So is apparently what just got announced the other day that I forgot to put on this list that's getting a mobile game.
Well, here's the thing though with Data Live, like we like within the last year we had a Data Live game.
Did we?
It already came. It came and went. Yep.
See, I didn't even know, so it's probably not gonna be good. If I didn't even hear about it.
Went.
So, Nino no Kuni, dude, honestly, at first I was like, this game gonna be such fucking shit, but they're promoting this game like crazy. Like
they're on a good.
They are
path.
everywhere. I see them on Twitch. I see them on TikTok. I see them on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. There's ads for Nino no Kuni mobile, the MMORPG mobile game, like everywhere. Pre-registrations are up now. The game comes out on the 26th of this month in May. So if you guys want to check it out, free download. I'm probably gonna stream it just because you know I'm fucking conscious, you know. But
so well, in the end of the day too, it like they have a strong marketing campaign. But also remember it is Studio Ghibli. It's not okay. It doesn't say Ghibli on there, but it's a team, the whole ass team.
Yeah,
Studio Ghibli. They have 2 jobs. So it's Studio Ghibli is making the art for this game. And you know, it's great. It's good for that.
Great.
So I think it's gonna be a pretty decent game. I just don't know if it's gonna be like if you're streaming, if it's gonna be great. It might be amazing for if you're doing YouTube.
It might be good for streaming just because it's an MMORPG, so there's gonna be a lot of shit to do all the time. But it's probably gonna be boring stuff, to be honest. Because there's a lot of boring shit MMORPG. But at first, it's probably going to be a lot of shit to do. But once you get to like, maybe the end game will be good to stream, but that's about it at events. I went down a spiral of games. Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 3, Bloodborne, then I went to Dark Souls 1. I've also tried some in Demon Souls, but I think they did its best in Dark Souls. And then Sekiro 100% best combat. I love Elden Ring, but Sekiro 100% best combat I've ever played. Wait, Junior and Chill and Legion on the same stream? What? Where have you been, bruh? This is the 17th episode.
Lurking hardcore.
I heard that phone one. Yeah, so Scarlet Nexus Boomer Bust. Scarlet Nexus is fucking amazing. Just don't do the side quests in that game because they suck. Just do main story. Don't do side quests. The side quests bore the fucking shit out of me. It's so bad. But the combat is very good. They had a collab with SAO. No. Was it SAO? No, they had a collab with Tales of Arise. That's what it was. Yeah, it was really good. And like they have an actual anime. If you want, watch the anime, and if you like the anime, you'll like the game. One thing we should have talked about during the Square Enix portion of the stream was the Ever Crisis release date. Because we got a release window. I did a video on this on my channel. If you guys want more in-depth, you can go check it out. Legions Gaming at YouTube. This is my last video I just did. So Ever Crisis, the CEO of Ever Crisis, the president of Cyber Games, right? The president of Cyber Games, which is They own Applebot, so they were talking about release dates for future games, Jujutsu Kaisen being one of them, and all that shit. So Ever Crisis came up, and he said Ever Crisis is going to be coming out before the end of our fiscal year. Physical year.
Listen for it in the video.
In September. So by the end of September is the end of their fiscal year, and if we're gonna be speculating here, that means it could literally come out anytime between now and September, because they just said it's gonna come out by that time. So we don't have an exact date, but we do know a window now when it's gonna come out. I do not think they're going to talk about it until they show Final Fantasy 16 at Summer Games Fest. So I don't think we're going to see any kind of trailer or anything about Ever Crisis until either the end of June or beginning of July or middle of June.
Well, it's either going to be there or they're going to wait to Tokyo Game Show, because it should be like
Tokyo Game Show. What, September? No, is it July? It's July. It's July. Yeah. They'll probably wait till Tokyo Game Show. Yeah, then, to be honest.
We also have the game something else. There's a German one. It's in like the end of June. It's like E3 normally, but Summer Games Fest now. And then the German thing in Cologne.
Yep.
I
can't remember
what it's called. Game something.
Gamescom,
then,
isn't it? No.
Gamescom. Yeah. So you have Gamescom in Germany, and then they got Tokyo Game Show.
Yeah,
I got that. So there's a
and then
Square Enix big things is usually Tokyo Game Show.
And then the Game Awards. Henry, do you have my schedule? If you scroll down underneath the stream, there's my schedule's there. There's literally a button that says schedule. You can click on that. Or I do have it in my Discord as well. You can check the schedule in my Discord. I have a channel that says stream schedule on there. So yeah, Ever Crisis could come out anytime between now and then. It could be, they might just honestly, they could do what they did last time. So when they revealed it the first time, they showed Final Fantasy 16 trailer at a State of Play. Was it? No. No, like it was the trailer for Remake. Another trailer for Remake on a State of Play. And then immediately after the State of Play was done, they posted First Soldier and Ever Crisis trailers on the Square Enix page. And I was like, what the fuck? So they could do that again. Maybe they do a State of Play and they show shit like that for I think there's a very small chance people are asking me, do you think they're going to show Remake this year? They already said that they're going to, if everything goes smoothly. I think realistically, in the world that they want, right, is that they would showcase a little bit of Part 2 Remake and then Ever Crisis to like double the hype of the game and make people, because like right now people haven't been talking about Remake for a while, so Ever Crisis is kind of like does the game fucking exist? But if they show Remake Part 2 trailer teaser, people get all fucking hyped up and start talking about it again, and then Ever Crisis release date next month, and then people are like, oh, I can't fucking wait, it's gonna hold me up until Remake Part 2 comes out. So I don't know, we'll see, but you can definitely expect me and Junior will be covering that game too.
100%. Actually, you know what I'm kind of surprised about? I just now thought about it, and it's like kind of crazy thought, but it makes sense. I'm surprised they haven't done World of Final Fantasy on mobile.
Yeah, what the fuck? Is it on like Switch? I don't even think it's on. Is it now? Yeah,
the Maxima Edition. Yeah.
Maxima Edition. Yeah, that one's the best edition. That, by the way, so definitely buy that.
How about the original collector edition that comes with the book? The actual.
That game was so cool. Fucking good, actually. God damn. Yeah. I mean, dude, they should do a World of Final Fantasy gacha.
I'm saying, I'm surprised. Well, it's called Dissidia around here. Like,
no, with the World of Final Fantasy art style, bro, all chibi and shit.
I know.
No, and I want them to do the stacking mechanic. That's just so cool.
Yeah, and I think I'm surprised they haven't done a fun game for that.
They would. That would make a lot of money actually for them. I think.
Like,
it's Pokemon, but Final Fantasy. So not only are you pulling characters, but you can use monsters too. Like,
exactly.
Like that's the cool part.
Summons,
Final Fantasy monsters. And I think some of the Final Fantasy monsters are cooler than any of the fucking characters that they've designed. So, and then last.
Have you seen Bahamut?
Bro, Bahamut in that game is funny as fuck.
Bro, Bahamut in that other Square Enix game looked insane.
Which one?
What was it called?
Oh, Tealfield Chronicles.
Tealfield.
I can't wait for that. That's dude. Square Enix going crazy this year. That coming out, and then the new Valkyrie game too. Shit. Last thing we have for mobile games is FFXVI announced their collab rerun for May 26th, but they haven't announced what the collab is. Everyone's guessing it's going to be ReZero, and they're probably going to be Beatrice.
Please don't give us Betty. Please don't.
Oh, God.
Give me Subaru. Like, give me something like, I want somebody different. I'm sick and tired of the same Beatrice.
And they said that they're not going to say what the collab is until the day that it drops, which is so fucking weird.
They're going to do, well, they did it before. They had like, they have a stream like early in the morning. It's gonna be like 3 o'clock in the morning for us. We're gonna have a stream.
Yeah,
it ends,
and then the update
like,
comes out for us at 10 p.m. Right?
No, it'll come up at. Right
at the refresh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Done before.
If you guys have any questions in the chat, feel free to ask them right now. We're coming towards the end of our stream here. We did a long one today. There was a lot of stuff to cover over the last 2 weeks that we were gone. So, and there was some stuff that I just didn't even put in here because this would be a 3-hour podcast, and they weren't really that important, to be honest.
Yeah. I think we got the most of the main things. Like it's just the only, like, if you're thinking about mobile games, like this like came out, which a lot of people are hyped. A lot of like large YouTubers are hyped for. Like I said, it's a mainstream.
I think a lot of people are hyped for it because there hasn't been a new gacha that come out that's good, like decent. Like that game's decent. There's nothing wrong with the game. I think it's a good game, but like I'm already playing FFXVII, which is a better game. So it's like, why did I play that? But if you're like a gacha streamer or player and you're like, damn, I haven't played a good game for gacha in a while and I don't play anything else right now, like it's a good game to waste time on. But yeah.
That kind of stuff going on.
If you guys want to know, Sunday I'm doing my first run in a long time. I have not done a speed run in a very long time. I'm actually going to set it up after this. I'm going to do a speed run of Final Fantasy VII Remake hard mode. I'm going to do glitchless run. And so I'm going to do any percent. So I think I can beat it in 6 hours. I'm pretty sure I can do it in 6 hours. I think the speed run any percent glitchless is like 5 hours and 20 minutes, something like that. I'm just gonna do it normally because I made guides for the game, so I know how to beat the bosses on like very fast and all that shit. I just need to get down to like there's certain cutscenes that you can press the start button and skip, and then there's certain ones you can't. So I need to like remember and probably like write it down and leave it on the side or something, because you waste a lot of time if you're like fucking pressing the start button to skip and you can't skip the cutscene. You waste like 5 or 10 seconds right there, just fucking unpausing and shit. So. Yeah, if you guys want to see that, if you guys want to see that, will be Sunday. Gonna be doing a practice run. I'm not gonna go all out and like do the best strats possible. This is just a practice run and to get a PB. And then once I have a PB, then I can set my sights on beating it and getting better time slots, getting those gold splits, you know. But
yeah, I think like it's a good strat. Like just getting in there and trying it out again. Just like, hey, you'll see what I get.
Yes, it's been a very long time since I played it. You can hold triangle to skip also, right? Maybe slower. That's way slower. Holding triangle fast forwards the conversation. It does not skip the cutscene. So, thank you guys so much. Huh?
Yeah, I was gonna say that's like that whole speed run strat where you just like mashing the button. Like literally, like I use a different controller when I like this is my normal playing controller. I have a black pro controller that I use, and it's literally just like the whole time I'm playing like Pokemon.
I'm going to have to use this one. This one has drift now on the left stick, but the left stick is what I move with, so that's not that bad, and it's only a very slight up drift. So since this one's already fucked, I'm gonna be
that's good.
You know. I don't know how many controllers Caleb goes through because he plays on an actual PS2, so he's using a PS2 controller and he's fucking for fucking 6 hours a day every day, just fucking spamming that X button, skipping the fucking.
I used to do like 8 hours a day Pokemon Sword and Shield, and that was
skips cutscenes. I don't think it does, and if it does, it's not faster because that's not what speedrunners do. I've watched a lot of speedruns and they press start and then they hit the down button to skip screen.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, they start, boom, boom, done, and then it skips the scene. Yeah. I've watched so many speed runs over the last 2 weeks to like refresh my memory on how to do it, and they always start skip.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching the 17th episode of the Gaming Sanctum podcast. 17 already. I gotta start promoting it more on Twitter and stuff because I haven't been doing it.
Yeah, same. I gotta do some more stuff.
We were
getting like some overlay copy stuff too.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking message the person that's doing one of the things for us. I'm gonna tell him like to speed it up because it's been way too fucking long. But it has been 17 episodes already and going fucking like that. That's damn, that's a lot. I didn't
Cool.
realize.
Yeah.
We gotta start promoting it more. We were really focused on our own channels for a bit, and then like I think we've not given up, but we're like just don't give a fuck at this point anymore about fucking partner because like when we get it, we get it. Yeah, they don't want us, bro. We both got denied again this week. Last week
got denied what 4 or 5 times now.
4 times. Yep, we both got denied 4 times. It's fucking annoying as fuck. You need more chat interaction. Shut the fuck.
That was even. They told me I have to get the achievements. Like you don't have the achievements. I'm like, bitch, what? What do you mean? Bro, there's only 5
the last
left.
one? Yeah, like what?
Yeah.
That was so weird. One good question before you guys go. What Final Fantasy game outside of the online games has the best gameplay? If we were talking before, he's saying besides 14 and 11, like mainline Final Fantasy games. So 14 is a mainline Final Fantasy game, by the way. Silver. So, before remake, I would say 10, but now that remake's out, it literally has the best of both worlds. It has action combat, and you can literally pause it and turn it into a hybrid and be turn-based. But before that, I would say 10. Actually,
really good. I like 9. So like
9's really good too. With the
that's why it's so good.
Honestly, I would say 10 too. The dress sphere system. 10-2 or 13-2 are really good. Those sequels, which is crazy because they're usually sequels suck, but the gameplay was really good.
Like gameplay, yeah.
Shooting Star was great. Yeah, when your teammate gets swallowed by the giant worm and Orin can just yeet that fucking worm across the map with your teammate still in it.
It's like bye.
Bye. Forward. Oh man. Yeah, but yeah, to me probably, I mean right now remake. It has the best of both worlds.
Yeah, remake is really good. It's like fun to play.
Even like Night Sky Prince hates the writing in remake, but the reason that he still plays is because he loves the gameplay so much.
That's pretty good.
Weakest you think is FF8? I agree.
No, 12. I quit.
Oh, actually, yeah, 12, 100%. Holy shit, dude. Holy shit. Oh my god.
I never dropped a Final Fantasy faster in my life.
Oh, you should have been here, Henry, when I was streaming the game. I was giving away copies like crazy of remake. Even on the PC version, I did giveaways. Maybe I'll do another giveaway on Sunday for the speed run. If people stick around to the end of the 6-hour speed run, it should be like, I think I'm gonna try to aim for 6 to 6.5 hours, and then just work on from there. That way, even if it's long, at least I'll feel good about myself on the next one when I get gold splits. And then after I get the gold splits, I'm like, fuck. I keep getting fucking red splits now.
Well, the nice part is you could it's up to you too. Like if you want to be like get serious with the speedrun too, you can use the marker command, put it on your
I have it already set up on my Steam Deck.
And then like every time you mess up something, literally mark it so that you can go back and review how you messed up and how you can do better next time. That's like the best way, like if you have the time, because you just pretty much, when I played, I literally had like my controller in my hand like this, and then I had like my Steam Deck like pinky right there. I'm just like,
you never know, you might break record. No, not in my first run. Absolutely not. I have not played the game in like months, and I like the thing with remake is you have to remember the exact like materia to use for certain bosses and really be good with menu management very quickly, because that wastes a lot of time, and you have to change your materia a lot, and there's a lot of materia, and there's no like, I fucking wish they did this update. I think it has it on PC, but I don't think they count mods, so you can't do that. There's a mod I think where it lets you, what's the word, loadout. So there's like loadouts for materia, which is fucking incredible. I wish the game had that. So you could be like, hey, this is for Scorpion Sentinel, this is for fucking Airbuster, this is for Sephiroth, this is for Genova, like, you know, and you can just hit the button and load that loadout, and that's it. But you got to constantly change it all the time. So, and then you got characters that leave the party, and then you have new ones that join, so you have to take the fucking material from that character, put on that one. And I have to get used to the menu management again, and then I also have to get used to remembering what materia works on what bosses, you know, the best, what strats and shit. So yeah, the first one, I'm not trying to beat no fucking records. I'm just trying to set a PB, and that's it. Huh?
Games that have menu management and your speedruns are rough because like Pokemon Sword and Shield, I had one where I was like gold splitting the whole thing, and then I accidentally went online.
Oh
I accidentally went into
no.
multiplayer, bro.
Oh no.
I was so pissed, bro. I was
Oh
just sitting there. I'm just like,
no. Oh no.
but I think that was the one before I did my best run. That's
Yeah.
when I put that one up, and I remember like I was like all hyped because I did a good run. It was not bad. I was like in top 30 or something like that. I was like, this is fine because I don't really speed run. This is my first ever speed run ever post. So I was like, top 30, this is fine with me. Or I think I was like 24 or something like that. And then I posted that shit on like Instagram, and then fucking the voice actor of Ash Ketchum like actually like
Oh, I remember you telling me this.
Thing.
Yeah.
Like I was freaking out.
That's funny as fuck, dude. Dude,
Let's go.
I was watching Caleb the other day. He was doing he was doing a 20-hour. He was doing a 100% speed run. I think we were in Discord when that was.
Yeah, we're talking about it.
That one. He like literally gave up on the first one because I think he was like 10 hours in and he forgot something. He was like, "Fuck." He's so pissed off. Then he goes back the next day. Tell me not. What's the first materia that you get in like summon materia you get in FF7? You remember? The fucking Chocobo? Yeah, it's Chocobo, right? Yeah. He 100% the game, got to the end, checked all the items. He forgot to get Chocomog right in the beginning of the game. So invalidated his entire run. Bruh. That's 19 hours of pain. And hey, he had gold splits on almost everything. He literally beat his run by almost an hour. And it was invalidated.
Yeah, of course you were beat it by an hour because you completely skipped.
Well, that one only takes fucking like a couple
2
minutes. Like you just do a stupid fucking dance. Fucking walk.
No.
And that's it.
Oh man.
I appreciate that, Guru. We're actually ending right now. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, guys, thank you so much for stopping by for the 17th episode. The next episode will be recorded next Thursday. Will be the 18th episode. Every Thursday from now on, we're going to do it this time and then upload it on Friday. It'll be better this way. I think this is going to be the permanent schedule from now on. So
sounds good to me. Too.
Yep.
It's like I'm usually streaming on this time too.
Did he break his controller? Yeah, he was close. I've seen this man get so broken by this game's speedrun that he literally took the disc out of the PS2 and bit it and ate it until it broke. That's how mad he was. So yeah. Speedrunning is not for the weak.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's very stress-inducing.
Especially when you play a game that has a lot of fucking RNG, like a turn-based game. And you're like, yeah, I'm fucking gold splitting this entire team, this whole entire game. I fucking get to Genova Life. This bitch hits me with Aqualung 5 times in a row and I die. You can't do nothing. It's stupid. Oh,
yeah.
Man.
Also, if anybody wants to check out, just a quick plug too. If anybody wants to check out Eden Chronicles or Chronicle Rising gameplay, I did make a highlight yesterday on the stream on my channel. You guys can check it out there. You'll be able to literally watch the first couple hours of yours like, hey, I'm not sure if I want to get this. It's great for a $14 game. Hella great. It's great for a $40, $50, $60 game. It's like really good. It's only $15. So yeah, if you go there, it's on the VOD. It's yesterday's VOD, but I made a highlight for it, so it literally says Let's Play Eden Chronicles. So
yeah, make sure you guys check out Junior's channel. I'm putting it in the chat too. That's the podcast. If you guys want to follow us on Spotify or YouTube, if you missed a little bit of it, I will be uploading it tomorrow. Or if you miss certain next week, you're not gonna be able to make it. We'll always upload it on YouTube or Spotify, so be sure to check it out. You guys can follow us on all platforms at the same tag at Junior and Chill at Legions Gaming. We're on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all that stuff. So make sure you guys follow our channels. I'm gonna send the love over to Junior while we when we raid out, because he is gonna be watching. You're gonna be watching some League gameplay, right?
Yes, we're gonna go watch some of the MSI tournament because I'm definitely looking forward to that. It's been a while, and I'm about to get back into shotcasting again. I gotta talk to you about a thing I might be doing here soon. Actually.
Okay.
It's gonna be
cool.
cool.
I'm gonna be around still. Oh
yeah.
I'm gonna be around for like 3 more hours. So
I'll do off stream.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, it's pretty interesting if that goes through the way it's looking like right now. That'd be fucking sick.
Okay, shit, I'm interested. Thank you guys so much for joining in on this week's podcast. Make sure you guys leave a like if you're watching on YouTube. Subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment if you're on Spotify. Leave us a review, like, all that stuff. It really helps out a lot. Don't have to sub. Don't have to do none of that. Just hit the like button, interact with the shit, and it helps us out a lot. Thank you guys so much for watching. Catch you guys next time. And join in on Junior's stream, you bots.
Ooh. Thanks, man.
You all.